I have been trying to astral project since 1993. It was, I finally did it last night. Came out of my body. And wow, it was astounding. Wow! Being able to go through my walls. I had always wanted to astral project, believing I could fly. But when I was standing out there outside of my body, can I really fly? Because, if you stand up as you are and try to fly, you can't. If somebody tells you you can fly, try to fly, you're going to. But with just the thought, I slowly rose up. And I was looking down on the ground. Oh my goodness, it was awesome. You know how when you're in a tall building looking down on the ground, everything's so far away? Whoa! And the amazing thing is, I didn't feel afraid of falling. Because I guess when you're in that spirit body, you know things you don't know when you're in this physical body. It was so awesome. I didn't have my limp. The right side of my body was not stiff. I didn't feel any pain. It felt like I felt better than I did when I was 17 years old. Wow, it was fucking awesome. I finally astral projected. And now I was thinking, where do I want to go? My mind was clear. In other words, my mind was not befuddled in the fog. I didn't have forgetfulness for this. And the first thing I thought about of alien abductions. Are there really UFOs? I thought about Area 51. And all of a sudden I found myself about, 500 feet in the air, zooming across space. Not the universe space, but the air. Looking down, I was astonished. Roads, houses, businesses passing by. Somehow I knew I was headed towards Area 51. I looked up at the stars in the sky, at the moon. Wow. Well, to make a long story short, I now know what alien abductions all about. Because when I finally made it to Area 51, I was able to see. I was up in the air, but I was able to see inside the Area 51 just as easy as I could see everything from the outside. No, it was like my vision was not blocked by the rooftops and the windows and the sides of the building. My vision was not blocked from seeing what was going on inside. So I was looking at it, pretty much looked humdrum in there, just like a normal base. People walking around, high brass and uniform. But then again, I thought, this is not going to tell me what causes alien abductions. All of a sudden, now I was able to see down in, not just around the Area 51, but into Area 51. Not just as it was happening, as I was watching it, but as things and events unfolded in the past. No, as I was looking down at Area 51 and simultaneously into Area 51 from up above 500 feet in the air, as it was when I was doing this and as it was in the past. And not just in the past, but I was able to, by just force of mind, how can I find the words to describe this? What happened in Area 51 at any time? If I wanted to see what happened in Area 51 yesterday, I was able to see that. Or I don't know how I changed my focus or vision as it had a year ago, 10 years ago. Well, here's what alien abductions, here's a scoop on alien abductions. There are no real aliens. The U.S. is inventing craft. It's like a general once told me, if a country gets into war with the United States, they're going to see some shit you never thought possible. Whew, this is exciting. The U.S. is spreading bullshit, they're spreading disinformation about alien cover-ups being uncovered. They're trying to divert attention from what's really going on in Area 51. There is no aliens. There are no demons working with these people. It's evil men and good men, I guess, but men who are professionals at the art of war. Preserve the United States at all cost. Whew. What alien abduct? They got cracked. The way they could simulate. So you think you're seeing spacecraft use anti-gravity to go from here in the sky, flashing, and zip up ungodly amounts of space in the sky and flash there. Actually, what's happening is the aircraft are already there at night. They use fiber optics. The aircraft that's down there flashes. And then once it finishes flashing, an aircraft up there flashes. And you think it's one aircraft because you can't see because it's night. And of course, the human mind fills, the brain fills in the missing pieces, and you think you see a zip up there from there to there. Your mind creates the illusion that the craft is zipping up from here to there. And yes, the CIA wanted in Los Angeles, they wanted to start an LSD to get rid of the black community. Yes, they did. They wanted to do that. But what's happening on UFO encounters? They got craft that can do things that you cannot possibly comprehend. What they're doing is using human beings as experiments. And they're trying to find ways to make it think people were dreaming. They're trying to find ways to use the dream state so that they can abduct a person and implant a tracer device in the person where they can constantly keep him under surveillance no matter where he goes. And they're trying to do this without the person being aware that he's being surveilled. They're trying to make it so that they can implant these devices in the human being without the human being knowing what's going on. And why do they want to do this? We got this prisoner exchange swap. When we got a spy in Russia, and Russia's got a spy in the United States, and they want to do a swap. We swapped the Russian spy we got at Gitno or whatever in exchange for an American spy they arrested in Russia. But if they can find a way to make the dream state mask this Russian spy. And while he's in a dream state, thinking they'll plant a chip, whatever, metallic device, a sensitive, high resolution device. And then once that Russian spy gets back into Russia, you see, they're going to be able to listen in to whatever that spy is saying. They're going to be able to follow this spy wherever he goes, find out who his bosses are, who he's talking about, what's he saying. And that is what the UFO abductions are for. It's not very exotic at all. It sounds kind of mundane. Actually, it is. But people are really good at using people's superstitious beliefs and people's beliefs in aliens. Oh, they got other plans too. They're trying to create a one-world government. And they can get people to believe that there's a galactic federation of aliens, whatever. They can play with our minds and get us to do what they want us to do to get the one world government. I didn't see anything about an Antichrist or about the mark of the beast, the 666. I didn't see any of that stupid shit. But folks, the United States government is fucking with my minds. It really pisses me off because they think they can run roughshod over us. We're the goddamn sheep, the goddamn guinea pigs, and they think they're the masters. But I got news for you, bitch. One day these big name brass military big shots, one day you might get cancer. One day you're gonna die. And then a goddamn thing you can create that can keep you from dying. There ain't all your goddamn technology and big shot knowledge and understanding of the law of physics is not going to be able to save you from dying. Let me tell you something. You better hope that there is no God and there is no hell. The evil things you are going to do, you're going to have a lot of brimstone added to that fire of hell. When you die, you better hope there is no such thing as a God. You better hope. But tonight I'll try to astral project. What do you want me to go try to look, find out? Leave a comment in the box down below. I hope I can astral project again tonight. It was hard as hell. It's hard as hell. I tried for 32 and a half fucking years to astral project. Finally did it. The hardest part is reaching that state where you're almost asleep but still awake, where you're on the border between sweet sleep and wakefulness. And then what you got to do is imagine a point above your head and vibrations coming down to your body, and move those vibrations up and down your body until your spirit jumps out of your body. And is it a spirit? Or I'm wondering, those vibrations are oxygen. When I had a stroke, on this side of my body, right before I had a stroke, my whole arm tingled. Like have you ever had a hand fall asleep? My whole body tingled. And then a few seconds later, I had my stroke. My speech started to go out. So what you're doing is, what you could be doing is the vibrations. You're manipulating your oxygen. You're manipulating so your body deprives its own self of oxygen. And then you're able to project your consciousness abroad and afar. And keep in mind, they say we only use 10% of our brains. And you don't know jack shit when it comes to everything that science can find out. The atheists, both atheists and theists, you guys are really fucking stupid. You don't know jack shit compared to what you know compared to what you don't know tells you you just know this much about something, everything 100,000 times wider than this. You're dummies, you're jackasses, you're stupid. And there is more vastness in your mind than the universe. The entire universe is vast. And consciousness is a facet of the universe. Universal consciousness. The universe itself, reality itself is a consciousness.